Chris.
My name is Dave.
And this is Talking Dead.
Different zombie thing would be cool.
Hi there, my name's
And that's where we are.
So you started sketching out stuff before you really a concept of what it was going to be or where it was going to go or anything like that.
Yeah, just stem from doing a whole bunch of sketches originally. And then the two sort of
Sorry.
different zombie
Is
celebrating happy birthday.
but Dave, thank you for coming on. It's not your birthday, so you can be here. Joining us once again on Talking Dead podcast. I'm excited to announce that this is episode number 40. For the 22nd of February 2011. It's number 40. We're officially over the hill, and as they say, I guess it's all downhill from here, which is kind of exciting. So, Dave is here filling in for Jason this week. He has other birthday-related commitments, so we should say a big happy birthday to his wife, Jenny. It falls today, and he's celebrating with her. But Dave, thank you for coming on. It's not your birthday, so you can be here.
It is not my birthday, but I wish to wish. Does that make sense? I wish to wish Jenny happy birthday also.
Wish to wish. Yeah, I wish all the
Jason
time.
Jenny celebrating happy birthday. Not the 40th birthday.
No, not her 40th birthday. Nowhere close, really. But
25.
That's right. She's turning 25 once again. So he's off doing that. Dave's here. It's episode number 40. Jason's birthday incidentally later this week too. So we can just give him a happy birthday right now too.
Oh, happy pre-birthday.
He might be turning 40. I don't know. He's
No.
you never know. So on the program today, we have Walking Dead news. But before we get into that, Dave's here to talk about something special that he's been working on. It is a little zombie webcomic called Stranger. And Dave, why don't you introduce it and let everyone know what it is and what you're doing?
I will introduce it. What to say about it, really? It's just a little project I've been working on. And it's just sort of one of those conversations that we always had about different zombie things. Wouldn't it be cool if? Wouldn't it be cool if we did this? Wouldn't it be cool if we did that? And I finally got around to thinking about it. So, hey, I can draw okay. Why don't I just draw something? So I started, and that's where we are.
So you just started sketching out stuff before you really even had a concept of what it was going to be or where it was going to go or anything like that.
Yeah. Just stem from doing a whole bunch of sketches originally. And then the two sort of passions sort of met each other at crossroads were zombies and drawing. So it made sense really to sort of combine the two.
Start drawing zombies, why not? And the whole concept, as you described it to me, is zombie apocalypse, of course, and there is a guy known as the Stranger, or maybe just Stranger, and he's traveling alone through this post-apocalyptic world. Where do you go from there?
The one thing I like to do the most is a little TV show called The Littlest Hobo, which I don't know if you remember, this little German shepherd. And each show he always sort of ran into a different group and helped them solve their problems and he moved on. And I guess that's the basic concept behind the comic. We have not yet established who the Stranger is. But he's just going, the first issue is just sort of establishing the environment and the zombie apocalypse and sort of the rules of the universe that he's in. And there are going to be some standards that I don't think you can veer away from too much when it comes to the zombie apocalypse, but it'll also sort of show where things are. The zombie apocalypse has just started, so all hell is breaking loose. And we'll see who shows up.
So we're not years into this thing. He hasn't been doing this for a long time. He's just it's sort of new to everybody, so that's cool.
Everybody's fresh off the boat.
Fresh off the zombie boat.
Yeah.
And so you're only 7 pages in, and you're releasing it a page at a time right now, which is kind of a cool way to do it, rather than putting it all together and then just putting it out there.
Yeah, what's important for me is process, and we do have a Facebook page set up where we have as much as 20 people liking it.
That's amazing. Well, 20 people with almost no real publicity around it.
19 of them I don't sleep with.
But that one.
But that one's really awesome.
It's very important.
So yeah, you can head over to the Facebook page. We don't have the requisite number of people to actually name anything yet, but hopefully we'll get there over the course of time. But that's not really the important part. To me, the important part is just sort of putting it out there and showing people the process. Once I do a page, then over the course of the week as I'm working on a new page, I also post the support material on the Facebook page. So on reader.com, there's a Stranger tab. You can click on to see the actual webcomic. But the Facebook page holds all the support material, all the preliminary sketches, any sort of ideas that I had that I shot down, and you can see everything works and all. If I did something that I didn't like, I'm going to put it there too. Then we can talk about why I didn't like it.
That's pretty cool idea. I'm just rolling through the Facebook page right now, and I've looked at it before, and I've seen some of these earlier sketches. But it's a cool way to see the process of it evolving, right?
Yeah.
And the most recent thing you have up there is a color image. First thing I've seen in color.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to be the cover page, right?
I'm trying to put together a cover and have a really good idea what I want. So I mean, it's certainly not done. I don't know if it'll ever be done really, but it's where I like it right now. But of course, I'm going to go back into it and rework it and come up with something I'm really happy with. I like most of it, but it's just the thing that I'm not 100% satisfied with. So
it's pretty awesome. I mean, I've been looking at it for a couple of days, but I just opened it right now. And the first thing that struck me, and take this, however you will, the first thing that struck me is that it looks like Betty Draper has become a zombie and is joining the zombie herd there.
who's Betty Draper?
Oh, Mad Men. That's
No, I
Don
know.
Draper's wife on Mad Men. That's,
Oh.
that image, the color image of the cover kind of makes me think Mad Men if she was a zombie.
Okay.
Which I don't know, it's cool to me, but hey, since you watch Mad Men, that probably means nothing to you. So
That's okay.
yeah, so it's fun. How long before the first issue is going to be complete? How many pages are in the first issue?
22 standard 22 pages
All right.
for the first issue. And then, I mean, I'll admit to you that the first issue really is one guy, and he's just trying to get the hell out of Dodge the entire thing. No dialogue. Zero dialogue. That's another thing you may notice. Because really he's just running for what's he going to say. And the entire thing takes place over the course of, maybe half an hour.
Cool. That is really cool. Just a good way to introduce him. Well, kind of introduce him anyways. And you don't really get to know him other than that he's trying to just get to safety for now.
Right.
So
So he's going to just experience things that I think we would all sort of experience. So far we have, he's running for his life. He sees somebody that he thinks is going to help him, and then she gets noshed on. So that sort of throws a damper on, throws some water on his party. And his mood changes from desperation to hopefulness to upset.
you upset.
A little angry.
Yeah, and that last page that you posted so far, page number 6, really depicts that pretty nicely. So give us a little tease on where this first issue is going to end up, if you can. Don't give it away, but what do you think? What can people hope for or expect coming up at the end of the first 20 pages?
Well, by the end of it, we will have established where he's going to end up for the next story arc, which is going to involve a group of people. And I already know them, most of them, and I know the general direction it's going to go. But it's going to mix things up a lot. We're going to I'm trying not to give too much away. We're really going to make this different as far as protagonists go. And one of the things I remember, it's a video game, and it wasn't an amazing video game, but it was one of those video games where there's a lot of nods to mythology and other video games and other stories. And as a hero of this video game, you sort of stumble upon this kid who claimed to be the one, and he's exactly like you, but he got noshed on by a bad guy. And so there's this whole pile of bones of people who claim to be the one. And I was like, well, it would be kind of cool to see, something from the two perspective. I mean, what if you're not number one? What if you're just somebody?
You're just somebody going along, following them.
You're not the hero of the story. In all these sort of zombie apocalypse stories, you're always following the heroes, the people who save the day. But what if Walking Dead was told from Jim's perspective?
Well, it'd be a lot shorter story, that's for sure.
Yeah. But I mean, from that angle, it would be a different story, wouldn't it?
Oh, totally, yeah. So you're not going for hero material necessarily with Stranger, although he is going to follow him in his travels, I
Right, I
suppose.
mean,
But
I can't call anything else.
sure, I know what you're getting at. He's going to be moving around, and you do follow him from situation to situation. But when he encounters people, I mean, he's not the guy taking over the group, and he's not the guy leading the group. He's the guy encountering a group that has a leader potentially, and how he interacts with them, and then possibly moves on. So it's a really cool idea for a story, and it gives you all kinds of freedom to tell different kinds of stories within the world you created.
Yeah. Now just I learn how to write.
Yeah, since there's not much dialogue in the first issue, you're an awesome artist, of course, but you're gonna need to write something at some point. I'm sure.
Anybody who's ever read Reader knows I'm a shit writer, so.
Well, yeah, I'm sure you'll handle it, and so far it's come along really, really well. So yeah, by all means check it out. Go to Renerd.com. It's there. That's renerd.com, and of course you can click through to the Facebook page for it as well. I believe we need 100 people to like something on Facebook before you can get your vanity URL. So people, there's only 20 right now. I should say Dave only has 20 right now, and so please go like it, and let's get it up to facebook.com/.
Yes,
something like that.
let's get our catchphrase.
Well, it's good to get it up. So it's pretty cool.
I also want to say that all kinds of feedback, I'm with this whole process and this whole 100% transparency of the project, all feedback I love. So I mean, if you don't get it, say so.
Yeah.
You do say so. If there's something you like or something particularly you didn't like, say so.
Cool. I mean, Facebook's a good forum for that 'cause anyone can post on the wall and comment stuff like that. I'm sure you will be in touch with everybody that does post their thoughts or comments. So
Yes, I'm sure I'll be inundated with many singles of people.
hey, many singles. If we can get up to 100, many tens of people. So
Many tens.
that is the first step.
High.
It's the first
Again,
step.
like I said, the numbers are important to me and getting out there is cool and everything, but what's important is like sort of keep the process going.
Yeah, right on. Well, it's awesome, but everyone go and check out your face is awesome.
Face is check it.
All right.
Okay.
Well, now let's move on to this week's crop of Walking Dead news.
Hooray.
The first one is a big one, and it's something we talked about a couple weeks ago. But at that time, it was just a rumor. But now I can happily report that the Walking Dead video game has been officially announced and confirmed. Here, I have all the details from me. It's being published by Telltale Games, or developed by Telltale Games, as we mentioned a couple weeks ago. It's now slated for release on PC, Mac, iPad, and consoles like the Xbox 360 and the PS3. Apparently in the fourth quarter of 2011. So it's coming up relatively quickly, even though not it's just announced now.
I think that would be in tune with the second season.
You got to think it's going to be around then. I mean, second season at this point is unconfirmed to be starting in October, so that's fourth quarter 2011. I wouldn't be surprised if they want to get the game out in time for that, or at least around the same time. But Telltale's announced, or at least promised, that there will be more information at Comic-Con in San Diego in July. So there's a bit of time before then, but there should be lots of good info at that point. Kirkman apparently has signed a multi-year, multi-title agreement with Telltale. So
Crazy talk.
that is crazy talk. It can mean one of two things. Telltale is known for their episodic video games. For example, Back to the Future, which they put out back in December, the first episode. They're releasing 5 different sort of mini Back to the Future games that play as a whole, create one big game. So with Kirkman signing a multi-year or multi-title agreement, that could be multiple Walking Dead games, multiple Walking Dead chapters or episodes, or maybe even some of the other properties that Kirkman owns, like Invincible, could see their way to a video game console near you. Super Dinosaur?
Is it Super Dinosaur?
I don't know. Is that something else he does? I don't know.
Anyway.
I used to read Invincible, though, so I know that pretty well. But sounds like a lot of Kirkman stuff will be making its way to video games in the future potentially.
Okay, for him.
Yeah. Now, Dave, do you know anything about Telltale games? Have you played any of them in recent years?
Not that I'm aware of.
I don't think I have either. Back to the Future I mentioned, but they also did Tales from Monkey Island and a couple others. But I haven't really played any of them. I was thinking of picking up the Back to the Future one now, just try it out. I'm kind of a big fan of the movie, so the reason I ask is because apparently the game will not use Telltale's regular point-and-click format.
Ouch.
What happened?
Sorry, I just looked at the Telltale game website and it was very, very loud.
Oh, well, I didn't hear it. But yeah, they're probably playing video trailers or something like that.
Okay.
So anyways, point-and-click format. Not having played the game, I'm not 100% sure what that means, but I can only assume it's click where you want to go or click on what you want to interact with.
Yeah, it reminds me of the old school adventure games. I haven't played any of those in so long.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But anyways, it's pretty exciting. Apparently, they're also going to bring back King's Quest, if you remember, speaking of old school adventure games.
Are they the ones who are working on the unofficial sequel?
I think so. I think they announced it at the same event as the Walking Dead one. That's an old Sierra Online game, right? Years ago. That'd be fun to bring that back.
Yes.
Sure will.
I concur.
Jake Rodkin, designer and the director of the game for Telltale, said, "There's 200 million games out there where you shoot or decapitate zombies. We're interested.
Love them all.
Yeah, we love them all. He says we're interested in something different. For every zombie bite, there's probably 4 or 5 terrible things that people are doing purely to screw with other people. It's that character interaction that we're excited about. So that's sort of in line with everything that The Walking Dead stands for. That the zombies are kind of just the setting, the backdrop, whereas the storyline is primarily focused on the character and characters and interpersonal relationships. So sounds like they're excited over the game.
It's cool that they're sort of staying in the universe, right? I mean, there's a whole planet Earth out there within the Walking Dead world where this has happened. So it's exciting to see that they're going to sort of stay in the spirit of the book, but it doesn't sound like they're going to be sort of your Rick and you have to find your family or anything like that.
Yeah, I have another quote here from Sean Vanneman, who's the game's lead designer and writer, and he was asked about the alignment with the graphic novels. And all he had to say was, what we do in the game needs to live in harmony with what already exists. So
There you go.
yeah, this is not going to be. I think he was actually directly asked if the game will follow the comic storyline. Rick wakes up and you gotta find your family and
Shane.
That's right. You play Shane. Again, it might be a short game. So I think we're gonna see completely new characters just built into the Walking Dead universe. And maybe they interact with some of the existing characters, but it won't be focused on them.
Maybe the first episode will be from the Papa's perspective.
Hey, you never know. You never know. I think they're thinking it's more going to be in harmony with the comic and the TV show, but they're probably going to blend elements of both. I wouldn't be surprised.
I would not be surprised either.
But it's exciting. Is this game you're gonna get play when it comes out, do you think?
I'll be honest with you, I feel trepidatious about it, but I mean, I've been proven wrong. To tell you the truth, I stopped when I first saw that there was an island trailer.
The Dead Island trailer, yeah, you're gonna be busy playing that, no doubt.
Oh, yeah, if it doesn't tear my heart out and destroy my soul.
Yes, for anyone that hasn't seen it, the Dead Island short film, I choose to call it instead of a video game, is out there. It was released last week, and
It is one of the best zombie short films you will ever see.
It was really, really spectacular. Let's hope that game. Well, you know what? The amazing thing the trailer was, it doesn't show us anything about the game whatsoever. So the
It
game's
does, though. If you read some of the images, it does. I'm sorry, I'm going to get us off topic here. But what they were showcasing there in the trailer was a lot of what they're going to be doing in the game.
okay, but you don't get any information about gameplay or style or whatever. All you see is a cutscene, basically.
Right. But again, if you have read the interviews and some of the articles, they're showing you there's not guns in the game. There's not going to be guns in the game. I don't think there's going to be many guns in the game anywhere. Everything that you do will have to be found objects like a fire axe or a knife. And there's multiple levels of damage. And the concept is good. It's exciting. So we'll see what they do with it.
Well, I think so. I just think as amazing as that trailer was, there's still a lot of questions about this game out there. And apparently it's been developed for a long time, so
Well,
who knows. But
topic.
yeah, back on topic. Robert Kirkman, speaking to IGN, had one more thing to say about the game. He said it is at an early stage. We're in the process of mapping it out now. It's definitely within the comic book world, just like the novel series, which is something else coming out soon. And it's definitely episodic. So I think that's pretty much all the information we have about the video game at this time.
I look forward to the day that we see Ed O'Neill in the Walking Dead TV show.
Ed O'Neill.
It's inevitable at this point.
Okay, well, you should start an online campaign to get Ed O'Neill into the Walking Dead TV show. And maybe he can voice a character in the game. Who knows?
Well, I mean, you do recall that Robert Kirkman wanted Ed O'Neill to play every character in the game.
Oh, that's right. He did say that early on, didn't he? Well, maybe they'll do a crossover with Modern Family. And who knows? I don't know what they do. Okay, the next news item we have here is also in that interview with IGN, Robert Kirkman had a few things to say about season number 2.
Yay.
He has been working on season 2 with Glenn Mazzara for about a week now, he says. And of course, we reported last week that Glenn Mazzara was hired as the primary writer, basically number 2 man to Frank Darabont. So Kirkman's been working with him. And
Frank Darabont's number 2.
yes, he is. If you're going to be anybody's number 2, Frank Darabont's pretty good dude. Kirkman asked whether season 2 will continue veering away from the comic storyline. Said, for the most part, it will be circling back around. But like the entirety of the first season, there will always be divergences from the comic story to keep people on their toes. And one more thing is that he will indeed be writing another episode of season 2, so that's exciting for him and for us.
It is.
Now, I think it's kind of cool that he said for the most part we'll be circling around a bit. So to me, that means that they're probably going to move directly to the events from the comic, for example, Herschel's Farm, or the short time they spent at that gated community where they tried to Wilshire Estates, yeah. Which will be fun. I mean, I've always thought they need to find balance in the show of comic book stuff to new stuff, and I think it might be tricky to find that balance. So it'll be nice to see a few of these things being written into the show and as it moves forward.
Well, I think with a proper full season, they'll have more opportunity to sort of flex their muscles in that direction.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, season 1 was all about introducing people and setting things up and just getting people together and stuff like that, right?
So they had to be hyper focused on what they're doing and where they're going to take because they only had 6 episodes to show everything they needed to show.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you're right. They can slow things down a little bit now, and
pack more in.
well, pack more in. But AMC's not known for packing in content. They're known for telling slower stories that drive a little bit. As we talked about earlier, you watch Mad Men, but it's definitely a show that's told sort of over time in a slow manner. And so it's
Deliberately paced.
Deliberately paced. That's exactly how I would put it. Or maybe how you would put it.
That's exactly how I would
There you go. So that's cool. I'm just excited that we'll be seeing some of the stuff that we're more familiar with from the comic book.
Yes.
The Walking Dead was nominated for lots of awards in a variety of different categories, and we
Deservedly so.
deservedly so. We've been trying to keep up on some of those and follow the wins and the losses and so on. And I'm happy this week to report a win. The Walking Dead won for an ACE Award, American Cinema Editors Award, for episode 1, the award went to Hunter via the editor, and the category was best edited 1 hour series for commercial television.
You know what I think is awesome?
What do you think is awesome?
I think it's awesome that people like this get awards for the work.
Yeah, most of the time nobody hears about it, but they do. They do get the
There
awards.
are so many people that shows like this together, that movies together, that, these TV shows, everything, that put all these together. Like even award shows. Award shows have directors, award shows have editors, and there are these troops of people that put these shows together. And it's good to know that there are people whose hard work is getting recognized, even though you might not know them if you pass them on the street.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, here's Lindsay.
Yeah, I wouldn't recognize that guy on the street, but he plays one of the most important roles in bringing the show to the big screen, right?
I think the editing is so important because it's badly done. You know, it's just like sound design. If the sound is crap, you know it.
Yes, and when it's really well done, you don't notice it. That's the other thing.
Right.
Editing, sound design, stuff like that. And even directing, when it's really well done, you tend not to notice these things because the story is just presented to you in such a accessible way, right?
Like still to this day, I still stand behind this. The very first Resident Evil movie, I thought the sound in that movie was spectacular.
That is a good movie. I like that movie a fair bit.
But then the second movie they used all this licensed music, which was terrible. It was a terrible choice.
Was the second one or the third one where it was shot in Toronto and they used a lot of...
five.
Oh, really? They all shot here?
Pretty sure we're all shot in Toronto.
Okay, I'm not...
The Enbridge Hall down at Sandy, and they used the City Hall here.
Yeah, a lot of recognizable locations if you're a Torontonian in that movie, which was kind of fun for us, but...
It was fun. Kick-Ass 2 did that.
Oh yeah, Kick-Ass 2. That was all right.
Never seen the Zanzibar, though. That was hilarious.
A place that you have frequented on once or...
I have never been, nor have I ever had a steak there.
Definitely not. Did you see Scott Pilgrim? Because that movie, not only was it shot here, but it takes place in Toronto, and it's all characters are Canadian. So.
No, but there's a wonderful designer by the New York Alice Q who has a poster featured in one of those scenes.
Oh yeah, you're right.
She's an amazing artist. If you get a chance to check out aliceq.com, PHIEU.
Get your plug in. Alice is just
Work.
yeah, I agree with you. She's just an old friend of ours who does really great art posters for bands and stuff like that, right?
Nothing lady.
Nope, I don't think so. That's cool. So the competition in the best edited 1 hour series for commercial television category was Friday Night Lights, Glee, and Breaking Bad. And as much as I can't say I dislike Glee, but I don't really watch it very much. It is on my house a fair bit. Yes, I do have a wife and she enjoys Glee, so I end up seeing it a little bit. And I gotta admit, the editing in that is very good. There's a lot of big song and dance numbers, and they, I imagine they can't be easy to cut together. It's like doing a music video 3 times or 4 times every episode, plus everything else. So the editing there is pretty good. And Breaking Bad is my second favorite show on TV, and I would love to see it win too. But hey, Walking Dead Hunter via for Days Gone By is the winner, and I'm perfectly satisfied with that result.
Congratulations, Hunter.
Yes, sir. We'll have more award news to talk about next week on the podcast. I think there's another win that happened just today or yesterday. So
Actually, you forgot another award. The Walking Dead has won the Talking Dead Podcast Award for being the best TV show that this podcast was named after.
you're right. It's the best TV show that we talk about on this podcast.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna have a t-shirt printed up that says that, and I'll send it to somebody.
Some random person.
Yeah, why not? Here you go, buddy.
It's the name of a phone book in Ireland.
Sure. All right, our final item on the list of news this week is another story that we reported on in the past, but we have a follow-up to do, and that is that almost all of the Walking Dead cast will be at Paleyfest, or Paleyfest. We haven't figured out. Yeah, Paleyfest. We haven't really figured out how to pronounce that yet. But
Somebody call it Zombieland.
yeah, by all means, somebody tell us how you pronounce that, because it sounds like we might be talking about it a little more. The Walking Dead panel is opening night, which is Friday, March 4th at 7 p.m. The moderator we now know is Mike Schneider, the LA bureau chief from TV Guide magazine. That's a cool title.
Sounds important.
He does. And the LA bureau chief. You want to be a bureau chief?
Bureau chief, that's even better.
See, that's a good title.
I'm the captain of a teal.
On the panel will be Frank Darabont, Gail Ann Hurd, who's an executive producer, Robert Kirkman, you know who he is, and then we've got Andrew Lincoln, Sarah Wayne Callies, John Bernthal, Lori Holden, Jeffrey Munn, Stephen Yoon, and Emma Bell. So most of the principal cast right there.
Yep.
And Emma Bell, of course, is no longer with us, but she'll have lots to say about her zombie transformation, I'm sure.
Oh, I'm sad for Amy.
Yeah, but you know what? Even though I thought she was going to survive the first season of the show, it was kind of awesome to see her get eaten, wasn't it?
I can't wait for that to come on Blu-ray.
Oh yeah, it's only next week, right?
It's only next week, I think. March 8th?
Okay, a couple weeks yet. Very exciting. You and Jason are going to get the Blu-ray editions. I am not, of course, because I do not have a Blu-ray player. So if there's any extra on the Blu-ray, you guys need to report on that and tell me what it's like.
I will discuss it.
And probably try to convince me to buy a Blu-ray player.
I will not try to convince you to buy a Blu-ray player.
All right. Well, you know what? I've already paid for The Walking Dead once, and I'm going to pay for it again when it comes out on DVD. So they certainly have money.
See, now, hold on a second. I'm about to get a Blu-ray player.
Okay.
You can't. It's so hard to go back to DVDs. And I'm telling you this as a friend.
Well,
If you love to look at things, you need to look at them on Blu-ray.
I have already looked at The Walking Dead in iTunes HD format now.
Yeah.
Admittedly, that's not nowhere close to the bitrate of Blu-ray. I do admit that.
Yeah.
But I have at least seen it in a frame size that can be called HD.
Yes.
And I have seen Blu-ray at your house and at Jason's house and a variety of places. And I do admit that it generally looks awesome, but I still am not convinced that I want to start buying media, hard copy media, on another new format that I don't think is going to be around for that long.
Right, but, I mean, for Blu-rays now, you can expect to pay what you used to pay for DVDs.
I also haven't bought a DVD in about a year.
Right. DVD suck. Blu-rays are better. But did I ever play my 20 Days Later comparison DVD Blu-ray?
No, but I've already talked about it.
I know. I always talk about that. But it's a good example. When I do, I set up the DVD of 20 Days Later and the Blu-ray of 20 Days Later, and I flip back and forth at one particular scene, and you can tell the difference. It's night and day. So I'm going to have to do this for you. I'm sorry, Chris.
No, I understand.
I'm just going to have to do this to you.
You're going to flip it on me, right?
I'm going to flip it on you because now you're going to be watching every single DVD in every single standard resolution and saying to yourself, oh, man, I'm going to have to get PS3.
Yeah, that's also not going to happen. So, well, I'm happy to see the comparison, but I just don't buy physical media anymore. That's the main reason.
But you just said that you're buying The Walking Dead on DVD.
I'm making an exception for The Walking Dead.
All right.
That's all.
All right.
If anyone happens to be at Paleyfest, I think that's another pronunciation, and you're going to be at the panel, by all means, send us an email or give us a call and let us know what happens, what's talked about. We would love to get a field report from the festival on Walking Dead panel. So if you're going to be there, send us a note, talkingdeadpodcast@gmail.com.
Paleyfest.
Paleyfest. I think that's what Jason was saying
Paleyfest.
last time. I don't know. I have no idea. And that is going to do it for this episode of The Talking Dead. It was number 40. It was very exciting. We are hopefully going to be around for many multiples of 40 more. But it all really depends on how long the TV show goes. So that's the main thing. If you want to contact the show, please send emails to talkingdeadpodcast@gmail.com. You can also find us on Twitter at twitter.com/talkingdead or on Facebook, facebook.com/thetalkingdead. Finally, we would love it if you send in, if you call the voicemail line and send in your comments that way. It is toll free. You can dial completely free. You can dial 1-866-43-ZOMB. That is 1-866-439-662. Something occurred to me on the way home today because we've been getting a lot of calls lately. And it occurred to me that now that the TV show is off the air for the summer, people might not be listening to the podcast sort of as urgently as they were before, or at least not as quickly when it's released, which is completely understandable. I'm perfectly fine with that. But it means that if you listen to an episode from a few weeks or maybe months ago and a thought pops in your head, or you want to make a comment, you figure, oh, that was so long ago, they've moved on by now. Please send it in or call the line and let us know. We want to hear everything, old or new.
That's because we're all over 30, so that means we dwell on stuff a lot.
We dwell on stuff a lot. We want to hear what you have to say no matter what. So even if you think you're way behind or out of date, please don't let it stop you from calling or emailing or contacting us in any way. We definitely love the listeners and want to hear from you no matter what. Just before we go, let's remind people, Dave, where they can find your new webcomic stranger.
My new webcomic stranger. My new #zombie, #web stranger can be found at reader.com. There's a tab on there called stranger, and that is where complete data will be shown. And also on Facebook. I do not have a vanity URL because not enough people like it yet. So get in there, like it if you do, or just lie. Okay, I will judge you.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can probably search for stranger on there. You'll see webcomic. That's where I'm posting all the supporting material, all the initial sketches, and et cetera, et cetera. So tell me what you think. Let me know.
Yeah, there'll definitely be a link or a couple of links in the show notes for this program. So
I got a lot of feedback from 50 LaRue actually.
you do it.
I'm not joking. So
all right.
thank you for replying and for liking.
Replying sounds just like something 50 LaRue might do. As I was saying, there will be links in the show notes for this episode of the podcast. So if you can't
Show
find
notes, links, even large now.
If you can't find Stranger on Facebook for whatever reason, go to talkingdeadpodcast.com and click on the links that you find there. It should be very, very straightforward. Otherwise, Dave, thanks for coming on.
Thank you for having me. I was happy to do it with you.
Awesome. It's the first time we've done it, man. Well, not really. You've done it before.
Just have a drink of water.
We'll have to have you on again sometime so we can do it again. And that's that. Thanks everybody for listening. We'll be back next week. Jason will return. He'll make his triumphant return, and we'll bring you all the latest Walking Dead news and conversation. Thanks for listening, everybody. See you next time.
Happy birthday, Miles.
Hi there, my name is Chris, and my name is Jason. This is The Talking Dead, a podcast dedicated to the AMC TV series The Walking Dead. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to The Talking Dead. Thanks for joining us. This is episode number 41 for the 7th of March, 2011. Did I get that right?
Is it 7th already?
It is the 7th of March.
Holy cannoli.
I know the year and the month is just flying by. Before we know it, it'll be time for Walking Dead Season 2. Yep. Although we have to get this damn winter first.
Darn winter.
Get through the summer,
Dang winter.
and then get into the fall.
Yes.
So, Jason, welcome back to the show.
Well, I think we should speed up through winter, take a nice long summer, and then speed up through fall.
And speed up through next winter, too.